So there's a lot of people questioning and asking me, and I see a lot of comments online, was Thor's 505 kg deadlift, was it actually locked out? Hey guys, welcome back to another beautiful day here in Ireland. The fucking sun isn't shining, but it's a beautiful day because we have a new deadlift record. Or have we? Have we? I'm just joking. Congratulations to Hafthor Bjornsson, my best friend forever, the big ginger cunt, on his 505 kilogram deadlift. Unreal. Amazing. And I know a lot of you were watching the live stream last night and I'd seen some comments that I was upset over this matter. I wasn't upset. I was deeply hungry. I am on a deficit at the minute, so I always look sad. Unfortunately, I can't help it. My soul is sad because I love food. And I was 40 during the week. I was 40 on Friday. And my mother-in-law brought me up a card and brought me up this big, massive, juicy pavlova that she handmade herself. And I can't fucking have it. It's sat in the fridge. And it's so good. Like, not to give her credit, but not to be giving her, But it's so good. It's so juicy and it's got fresh fruit and it's fresh cream and it's pavlova. And I can't touch the fucking thing, so I'm a bit upset over that. But am I upset over Thor not pulling 505? Of course I am not. I am not. I'm delighted that this fucking shit has been put to bed. Thor is officially the greatest deadlifter on the fucking planet that has ever walked the planet. He is done. Here's a couple of things though about this Eisenhart competition that, it was a great competition. I think if they had held that in an arena, they would fill a fucking arena. It looks like it was on some fella's sitting room. I think it was just such a waste that they didn't have that in front of 20,000 people. If you had an opportunity to put that in an arena for 20,000 tickets, I can tell you one thing, I'd buy a ticket. I know for a fact if they held that Eisenhart in the UK, I'm telling you something, I would go to watch it. Who doesn't want to watch history being made in that fashion? The other thing is, sumo should not have been allowed in this competition. And I know there's a couple of sumo lifters. I'm not going to put sumo and deadlifter in the same fucking word because they don't belong together. There's a lot of sumo deadlifters in this category. I don't think they should be there at all because it's a deadlift competition, not a wide leg floor press competition. I don't think any sumo has any business being in this competition. And we saw it right at the end. I can't find any fucking videos as well. This is another 9-part about this Eisenhart competition. It's seemingly the only video you can find is Thor's deadlift. I can't find any other of the lifters' deadlifts. You can't go back and watch it. It was free now, in fairness. It was meant to be $4.99. I would have been happy to pay that $4.99. But it turns out it was free at the end. But yeah, there should be no sumo allowed in these competitions. It's such a load of bollocks. And see at the end then, Thor pulled 505 and then this little fucking sumo lifter came out and pulled 507.5 for what? Go back into your fucking hobbit. Get out of here with your 507, you little cunt. And to the best of my knowledge, now Luke seems to think that he didn't get the down command. I think he did get the down command. We can't go back and watch it because I can't find a fucking video, but if I can't find results anywhere, maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Maybe you can let me know. To the best of my knowledge, the last guy got the down command for that 507.5, which means he won the competition. I've seen a picture of him holding a trophy, so does that mean he won that deadlift competition? This is why we need sumo nowhere near a fucking competition. The other thing I have a problem with is they use carpet. If anyone has ever deadlifted on carpet, you will know why you shouldn't use carpet for a fucking deadlift platform, because especially with the way Thor pulls, he fucking pulled it off, but it's something that could have thrown him completely, because obviously he's trying to roll 505 kilos into his shins, and he got away with it. But rolling that kind of weight, or even if your max was 250 kilos, trying to roll that weight into your shins is a nightmare on top of carpet. So I think that was another thing that they should just get rid of. Just pick up a better. I think it was nice. Luke said last night it was an IPF platform. I think they need to burn all of them if that's the case. You need a proper deadlifting platform, wooden, so you can roll it, rubber on the center so it doesn't slip, and that's what people should be deadlifting off of. And I think that, and shout out to Rona Heinle pulling 460. I think he's shoving near 50 years of age and he's still fucking pulling over 1,000 pounds. That's fucking crazy shit. Ivan as well. Apparently Ivan came out of retirement just to share the platform with Hafthor, which is why we didn't see Ivan at his best. He pulled 1,000, failed 485. So there was that. But let's look at Thor's deadlift first of all, because I've seen a lot of people are giving out about the lockout. Of course, these will be the Eddie meat riders. I'm not one. I'm proud supporting Thor's deadlift. Okay, but just let's watch it from the live stream. So here we have it. Rolls it out. You can see about what I mean by that carpet, but it didn't seem to trouble him too much. And let's stop it there. There we go. That is locked out in my opinion. He's upright, legs are locked. Held it, wait for a down command, and dropped it. And that to me is a good lift. Incredible lift, 505 kilos. Jesus, it's just like 400 kilos is such a good deadlift. I think there's only a handful of fellas that can deadlift 400 kilos. And here's Thor deadlifting 505. It's just, the lockout was a bit sketchy, but I think the lockout was sketchy because, not that it was sketchy, it was just a bit slower. Well, firstly, it's over a fucking half ton. But secondly, because of that carpet. And what's really interesting to me now is I wonder, with the better conditions at a Giants Live, because they'll have the proper platform, they won't be pulling on carpet, will he be able to pull 510? Because to the best of my knowledge, that's what Darren has planned. Before this competition, obviously he had to see how he was going to get on, how Thor was going to get on with this competition with the 505. I mean, technically all he really needs to do is 506, and he is 100 grand richer. I mean, fuck me. What would you do? Would you risk the 506 or would you risk the 510 for the win or for the bigger number? But apparently that's what Darren has in mind, is 510. But ultimately, I suppose it'll come down to Thor's decision. And if there's someone else up around the number, which there isn't, I don't think, would be interesting. He has 5 weeks to prepare for this. I'd love to know what kind of plan Seb has in place for him. I imagine he won't be touching anything heavy like that. It'll probably work up to like 1,000 pounds in like 2.5 weeks, maybe, or 3 weeks. It'd be interesting to see his training for the next 5 weeks. There was a couple of names I'd like to see at this Eisenhart competition, because it wouldn't be as big as the World Deadlift Championships. And that is an Irish fella called Shawn Gillan. Shawn is pulling serious fucking weight at the minute. He made dust of a 460 kilo deadlift. I would just like to see Shawn there. I think Shawn should also be at the World Deadlift Championships. I think if he given enough time, I think he's pulling rather heavy at the minute. The only thing is he's living obviously in Australia, so it's hard to ship the old cunt over here. But I think he should be at the Deadlift Championships. The man could smash the 1,000 pounds. He could have a crack at, I think the lift after 1,000 this year should be 480, because we've done the 470 and the 475, I think, have we? I think the second lift should be 480, and the third final, or the final lift, will be 510. Imagine that, 510 kilos. It's interesting because if Thor does pull this, well, he's already done the 505, the 510. How long are we going to have to wait for another fella to be up around that? I don't see anyone coming near that for such a long time. There's a couple of guys, you know, like Trey is after buying a deadlift suit. Trey in a deadlift suit, but I think it will just take him so long to get used to the suit, because I remember when I first got a deadlift suit, it took me so long to get used to the cunt, and it's the same with everyone else. I just wonder, has he enough time? It'll be interesting. I hope he starts putting it on. I'm not sure if he is or not, but I know he's after purchasing one, and he likey. I think he wore it for some competition. Maybe it was, can't remember. He repped it. Maybe it was, not sure where. So he's getting ready with a deadlift suit, to the best of my knowledge. I hope he is. There's no one really. Austin Andrade, actually. Austin is such a massive deadlifter. He could come up, in the next year or two. I think Ivan is done, really. I'm not sure if Ivan's even going to the World Deadlift Championships. I think Heinle is done as well. Not that he's done, it's just I think he's out of contention for a 505 or 510 now. Deadlift. But anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Can Thor pull 510 within the next 5 weeks? I hope so. And a big shout out to the big guy, you big ginger cunt. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Look at all the extra eyes I got in this fucking deadlift for you. So many people are talking about it. I'm glad you didn't use the Bukkake bar, by the way. See the way I just reinforced that had to be the rule in case they tried to slide it in without anyone fucking knowing. You're welcome. You're welcome, family. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great Sunday evening. I hope it's good for you. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll reply to some of your comments tomorrow. Good day to you. Mwah.